Well, hey there, and welcome to this week's edition of the Morning Brunch. I'm Caleb, here with Jamie and Kelly. This is a chance for us to talk about some of the things that are happening in our lives or things that are happening in the world that we found interesting and go a little more in depth than we might be able to do on our normal show. I think we're going to jump right in today talking about the kids and the things that they say, whether it's our relatives. I coach girls in soccer, and the stuff that they say, sometimes I don't even know what they're talking about. But apparently, some of the words are now making it in the dictionary. The Cambridge wanted that. They've added more than 6,000 new words, including some slang terms like skibbity, tradwife, and delulu. Skibbity is a gibberish term that can mean cool, bad, or be used with no real meaning as a joke. A tradwife is a contradiction of traditional wife, referring to a married mother who cooks and cleans and shares her lifestyle online. And then delulu. I feel like this one is pretty popular. There's a short term for delusional, meaning believing that things are not real or true, usually because you choose to.
The only one on that list that I am familiar with is delulu. Maybe because I'm delulu, I don't know.
I know skibbity for sure.
Skibbity. Okay, and are we sure, what does skibbity mean?
I don't know, but they use it as an adjective for things. So they'll be like, you know.
Your suit's skibbity.
Yeah, skibbity suit, Caleb.
Skibbity suit.
And I don't know if it's like good or bad. I kind of feel like it's bad a lot of the time.
Okay.
Because it goes a lot of the time with toilet. It's skibbity toilet, Riz. I don't know.
So your suit is not skibbity.
Apparently not, but they'll say skibbity toilet Riz.
Yeah.
And I'm not 100% sure what because Riz is short for charisma. We know that.
That's good.
That's good. Riz, I put also with aura. Aura is a big one they use. You have aura, negative aura. Is there positive aura or is just aura?
Yeah, there's positive aura.
We gotta bring in one of your kids to give us like
the
rundown. Give us a rundown.
I've got a list of our latest in our house.
Oh, I love this.
Good.
My 9-year-old is drip everything.
Drip.
I got the drip, and I'll be like, you know, you're wearing pants and it's 90 degrees. I don't care, it's drip. And then Sigma, they say Sigma a lot. Don't know what that is.
Okay.
And then, of course, the usuals, mid, cap, bet, 8. Yeah.
And then the other one, 6, 7.
6, 7. So I was just informed a few minutes ago by one of our new reporters that 6, 7 just means so-so.
Okay.
It's kind of okay. So you got 6, 7.
I've heard that there are math teachers that have banned it from class because every time the teacher is saying like 6, the whole class is like 6, 7. And I've heard that there are certain classrooms you're not allowed to say 6, 7.
I wonder how it came up with like 6, 7. Like why those numbers? Why not,
there had to have been
4, 5.
Somebody on the
YouTube
internet.
or TikTok, something that kicked it all off.
You know, and every generation you have words that mean, I know for a long time people would say bad, but they mean good. And so it was always the opposite, but.
Or like fat.
Yeah,
T-H-A-T, things like that. But these words, and apparently, and again, we're stretching the boundaries here, but I'd be confused sometimes.
I know, I'm glad I have teenagers that can explain it to me.
Yeah.
And thank God for Google too. Like if you need to look it up and you're like, you know, wondering what are they saying something good about me?
Urban Dictionary.
Yes.
And making sure you're staying informed on things going on.
Absolutely. All right, well, guys, this is another Taylor Swift story. I know not everyone is a Swiftie, but Swifties do have a new theory after Taylor Swift announced her highly anticipated 12th studio album. She made the announcement during the podcast co-hosted by her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. Swift's fans say during the episode, she left a trail of clues suggesting that she's performing as the halftime entertainer at the upcoming Super Bowl. That would be huge. She mentioned, first of all, how obsessed she is with sourdough, and she thinks about it 60% of the time. Well, this year's Super Bowl is at Levi's Stadium, the home of the San Francisco 49ers, whose mascot is Sourdough Sam.
Okay.
And the Super Bowl this year is the 60th Super Bowl. Also near the start of the podcast, Taylor thanked Jason Kelce for screaming for like 45 or 47 seconds. And so Taylor played Levi Stadium on her Eras tour, and it was stop 47 on the tour. All these clues. I mean,
so are you convinced she's performing?
I feel like she is. A lot of the time, the clues for me are a big stretch, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But these, line up. They track. She just got the rights to her music back. She said she was never do the Super Bowl until she owned her music. So,
and last year she passed up a chance.
Right.
Wasn't it last year that she passed up a
her.
chance?
Yeah.
So maybe this year?
Maybe
We'll
it
see.
is. I think the 60% and the 47 seconds are very specific enough that I think I can get on the bandwagon.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
why else would you be so specific about those
Correct.
numbers in particular?
And the sourdough, that's what has me too. The sourdough.
Yeah.
And how Sourdough Sam is the mascot. I don't know. I'm convinced.
I feel like sourdough was a COVID journey, a lockdown journey. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people got into
A lot
it
of
back
people.
then, but like
Yeah.
for her, why now?
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
of the Super Bowl. I think that's
Because
why.
of the Super Bowl.
That's
well, now
why
I'm just
now.
sitting here thinking, have you all had a sourdough bread bowl with clam chowder inside? Have you had this before?
I've had whatever Panera has.
yeah, I was gonna say
their bread
Panera.
bowls with
Sure,
Super
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if
Panera.
you guys ever go to San Francisco, you need to go try it. It's very good. I think Lauren's been to San Francisco. I think she tried it. It's fantastic,
sounds
though.
great.
Yeah, maybe you could go see Taylor in the Super Bowl this year.
And then get a sourdough.
And how much were tickets? Like, no, I'm probably not gonna be able to do that, but
The wall.
it would be fantastic.
But if the Browns made the Super Bowl,
and Taylor
And
performed
Taylor
halftime.
I think you'd have
that's
to
a
make an
trip.
exception.
That would be so
Jamie
awesome.
Jurosik reporting live from the Super Bowl.
We'd have to figure it out. I think there are a couple sporting events in life that I've said I'm just taking a credit card, I'm just throwing it at it, and
Yeah.
I'll figure it out later. And I feel like for you that might be one of them. The Browns make the Super Bowl
Yeah.
and Taylor
And
Swift is
Taylor,
performing.
right.
You might. I might help. I might help you start a GoFundMe to get Jamie to the Super Bowl, see the Browns,
Well,
and
we
see
got to
Taylor
get through
Swift.
a rough football season first, so.
What if it would be the Browns versus the 49ers?
It's possible.
Yeah, it is
It's
possible.
possible because they're different conferences. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then Taylor's there too.
Yeah.
it'd be full
Like,
circle moment all
yeah.
around.
Look at that.
Time will tell.
See?
Well, we also have some exciting news in our personal lives that people are going to
Yes.
share.
Well, we do. I do. So a lot of you have been writing, and yes, I am engaged. So how it all happened was took a trip with my now fiance to Key Largo, and so we were there for a few days, and then on the last day he said, okay, we're packing up, we're going elsewhere. And I said, okay. He didn't tell me where, so we packed up the bags. He had a driver come pick us up. He said it was about 2 hours away, and we ended up in Key West. And I was like, oh my gosh, Key West is beautiful. So you're seeing some engagement photos right there. Yeah, he's very sweet. He's
He
a
is
planner.
a romantic, isn't he?
He is a romantic.
is.
He's a romantic, and he is a planner for sure. So we ended up in Key West because I always wanted to go to Key West because that's where Ernest Hemingway wrote, and Ernest Hemingway is my favorite author. And so he knew all of that ahead of time. So he planned this trip to Key West. We're driving there, and I figured out that we were going to Key West, and then everything was just over my head. Didn't clue in on anything. And so we're driving, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's where Ernest Hemingway, that's where he wrote, and that's where his house is. And he goes, yeah, still not making any
He's
sort
playing
of
off. He's like, yeah,
connections.
you're good.
Yeah.
Just keep riding.
And so he took me to the Hemingway house. We had a tour and everything. And so we go through this tour. And at the end, he's like, I have another surprise for you. And I was like, oh, what is it? And he goes, you know how you say you wish that a professional photographer would be around to take our picture? I said, yeah. And he's like, I booked a professional. And I was like, really? Where are they? And he's like, well, come over here. And there's this roped off area. And so I had to step beyond that roped off area and kind of saw it in the picture there. And there's no one around, no one. And I'm still not, nothing's registering. And so we step into this roped off area. There's a table with like a bouquet of flowers, white roses. They're my favorite. I'm like, oh, that's pretty. Not thinking anything, Still not thinking anything. I'm the most oblivious, non-observant person that you can ever meet to when I'm not on the job. And so I was like, where's this photographer? I'm looking all around, and I'm like, well, maybe they're over there. There's a tour group going on. And the next thing I know, I look down, and he's down on one knee proposing.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, he during the tour, he faked an illness, and he walked away from the tour so he could be mic'd up with, a videographer.
video,
He
too.
booked a videographer as well. So yeah, that man is a planner. He's the most thoughtful man. And why he chose August 5th was because that was the first day I walked into the ballroom. He was my ballroom dancing partner And so that was the first day last year I walked into the ballroom to meet him.
Real lovers are still out there.
And so,
I love this for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Congratulations.
He's amazing. Thank
Has
you.
it hit you yet, calling him your fiance, you being engaged?
Well, you know, it's funny because I did a misstep the other day because I said something about my boyfriend and I'm like, oh, actually fiance now. So I don't think it's quite hit. There's a lot that, you know, we came back, it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Wedding planning and everything. You know, I have to pick a venue, a date. I don't know. You know, there's a lot to figure out.
Do you have like a time of year that you like?
I'm hoping summer or fall
Okay.
of next year.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to work out in a year, but we'll see. So
Yeah.
That's
but he's a
exciting.
planner, so
He's a
he
planner.
should be a helper for you.
Oh, he is. He is the most thoughtful. He is the biggest stress relief in my life.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, he's involved in the wedding planning. He wants, you know, he's like, it's ultimately your decision, but he wants to be involved,
That's
obviously.
awesome.
Yeah, I've always said he loves you down. I've told people
Yeah.
that too, because whenever I've come into
You
the
guys have
newsroom,
met him.
Yeah.
we've met him.
Yeah.
And also too, I see the bouquet of flowers that are constantly
Yeah.
being refreshed about every week on your desk.
I'm lucky.
Breakfast.
And yeah, and he does. He wakes up at 1:30 in the morning, first of all, to text me good morning. And then he comes to the studio to bring me breakfast at 2:30 in the morning.
So when does he sleep?
So,
While
gosh.
she's on TV.
Yeah.
She's on TV.
Yeah.
But then he's up and watching. He'll watch the show.
He tunes in. He tunes in because he's made comments
Yeah.
before. So I don't know. He might be a vampire.
Just up it all. Well, big congratulations.
I might
to
be
you.
marrying a vampire.
Well, you'll live forever.
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, but a big congratulations. The
Yeah,
ring
congrats.
is beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, he did a great job. He did a great job.
happy
Love,
for
love.
you.
Yeah.
We'll be right back and tell you some more about other things that are happening in people's lives. Stay with us. That's good. Welcome back to the Morning Brunch. We were just talking about Kelly's engagement. Super exciting and a beautiful ring at that. We also had some milestones that some of us celebrated. More recently, Caleb. So a year ago, now you might have noticed when I came to Channel 2, I was holding on to the hair.
Yeah.
Very much so. But on Saturday was my bald anniversary, as I coined it. I
love that you have a cake for the
Yeah.
bald
I did.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
I
did.
went and bought my favorite kind of cake, a funfetti, and made it with one of
Mm-hmm.
my friends. And we took these pictures at her house.
have to
And with the
celebrate.
well, you got to celebrate.
Yeah.
And the big thing for me was anytime, you know, you're going through a change in life, right?
Yes.
Losing your hair, I think
Yeah.
especially as a man losing your hair,
Mm-hmm.
there's a bit of a confidence that goes down with that. And so over the last year, just, you know, refining myself, regaining that confidence. I also really like the look now. It's been good.
That's
So
good.
I celebrated 1 year of being bald and all the things, and I'm in the bald, black, and bearded coalition now, and so I'm gonna make T-shirts one day. It's
All
great.
right. The BBB.
The BBB, yes. Well,
Not
I might
Better
have-
Business
No,
Bureau.
not
Might
the
be
Better
copyright.
Business. Yeah, I might have to do B to the fourth. We talked about that too.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. I told my mom that I was doing it, and for some reason she thought I was joking
To make the
Ab-
cake,
about
the
the cake.
celebration.
about the cake.
About the cake,
But I'm
she
not
thought you
sure
were
why.
joking.
I'm like, you know me.
Yeah.
you know I wouldn't be joking about something like that.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it
is
to
great.
celebrate.
Yeah.
You know, change is, a lot of people resist change. You know,
Yes.
They just want things to stay status quo, but change is good. I think it's good.
And what you said too, like being bald, it does. It knocks down your confidence,
Yeah.
you know? And so you worry about that. Like, I mean, I was bald at one point. I had
So
cancer.
was
I was
And
gonna say,
We were all bald at
We
one
were all
point.
bald at one
Caleb's
point.
gonna stay, but yeah. But I was curious. Yeah, I'm sure that was like, and obviously, you know, other health things going on.
Yeah.
But during that time, I imagine there were other things you were like, man, this is not what I expected.
I feel I didn't mind the bald. Like that made me cold a lot. Like I don't know. I always had to have a hat on during the winter. But when I lost like my eyebrows
Oh,
and
yeah.
my eyelashes,
Yeah.
like that was the worst.
Yeah.
Like my eyes were always irritated and not good. But
I'm sure your
Yeah.
perspective on a lot of things changed too.
absolutely. You know, I didn't have to buy a lot of shampoo or styling products, and I
Yeah.
could roll out of bed and go into work just
Yeah.
like I was. So you have it easy in the morning.
Yes, that is the true part. What about you?
I
How
would
was yours?
say I struggled a lot. It was when I was in high school, I was diagnosed with cancer. So losing your hair in
Yeah.
high school,
Sure.
that's a big thing. That's a big, you know, confidence diminisher at that point. So, you know, because you're always concerned when you're a teen in those years, like about how you look, but it did change your perspective a lot. You're just thankful for being alive, and you're thankful for every day.
Absolutely. There's that quote that says change is the only constant in life. And so you just evolve, and things will get better in time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now we have a great looking bald man.
A great looking bald man, yes. Like I said,
rock it,
baldiversary,
Kayla.
thank you
You
very
totally do.
much. No,
Yes.
I enjoy it now. I've embraced it. Absolutely.
Happy baldiversary.
Thank you very much.
So if you've spent any time outside recently, you might have had flies swarming around your head.
To a certain extent.
Or your legs,
Oh,
or
yeah.
your arms. This month, we have this thing called a hoverfly that's been out of control. It's often mistaken for a sweat bee, but these insects are not bees, they're flies. The way to tell the difference is that they only have one pair of wings, while sweat bees have 2 pair of wings. So because the hoverfly is a true fly, it can't sting you.
That's a good.
But these insects, they thrive in warm, humid conditions, and that is exactly what we've been seeing. So there are so many this year. I've lived here for most of my life, and I've never seen them in the numbers that they are out this year. They're everywhere. They're on you at the pool, the park, around schools. And not only are their numbers up because of the favorable weather, but when it's warm and humid, we sweat more.
Yeah.
So they're just attracted to us. They
Ew.
like to get the salt and the minerals from our perspiration. So they don't sting, that's the good thing, but they're just a little bit annoying. And a good thing to remember to tell if it's a sweat bee or a hoverfly, it's 2 wings, fun, 4 wings, run.
Okay.
Oh, run.
You love a good rhyme.
I do,
to remember
I know, I
things.
always
And-
try to rhyme.
and, yeah,
When
it
thunder
helps me remember
roars,
it.
Go indoors.
go indoors.
But with the hoverflies, they will start to go away as it turns cooler and less humid. So
Okay.
I have my sights set on next week. Monday morning, it's going to be in the 50s with a high in the 70s. I'm thinking we're going to see a decrease.
Okay, that's good. That's good news.
The funny part, though, is we could see that dip, and then it could go right back up
It could.
after that. So we just have
But
to
hopefully
wait and see.
they're all gone by it.
Yes, I've definitely noticed more flies, though, especially when I go and play volleyball. There's flies. There's the sweat bees, of course, but there are just even flies just in general. I'm like, where are these bugs coming
I
from?
know. It's just been a year for the bugs for some reason. So other bugs that I have been dealing with in my yard, go check your boxwoods. If you have boxwoods, you might want to check. We have these bugs, these caterpillars that become moths. It's called the box tree moth in these ornamentals. The box tree moth is established here in the Miami Valley, infesting boxwoods, causing major damage to them. They're only present in 5 states currently, and of course, Ohio is one of them. Signs to look for are browning leaves and webbing. You may also be able to spot the actual caterpillars hiding in the leaves. I was able to see that on mine. And it's just something I've recently noticed. I've talked with many friends and neighbors who are dealing with the same thing. So what can we do? First, identify that the insects are there. Look for those caterpillars. They're greenish, yellowish with black dots, and they have a black head. And if you see these, you can use an insecticide called spinosad. I don't know if I'm saying that right, or products containing Bt bacillus. Google it.
Yeah,
These are big
I
words.
can help you with
Google
this.
them. You will need to treat the bushes every week or so because there could be several different life stages present in the bushes, from the eggs to the caterpillars to the moths, and then you just have to continue to monitor the plants. What a mess.
You know what I've found that was really bad this year are mosquitoes.
Oh, I haven't had an issue
Mosquitoes
yet
have
with
I've
that.
seen mosquitoes.
Well, I had an issue when I was down in Florida with mosquitoes, but not here in Ohio. Here in
Yeah.
Ohio, they've been fine, but when I was in Florida, oh my gosh, I got eaten alive.
Yeah.
Well, I know some areas are experiencing some, bad mosquito populations, and they're spraying in the morning. So they, you got to be careful going out at dusk and dawn. I enjoy the outdoors. I don't be venturing too far off the beaten path. There was a tick that we talked about yesterday that is coming back right now, and there's a men's retreat that I want to go on, but I'm not going to be going after that tick. No, I just don't trust myself to properly, inspect my body and make sure I don't have ticks. So we're just going to stay at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Well, hopefully, as the fall comes, it will get better.
Yes.
And speaking of fall, Kings Island and Cedar Point are serving up some thrills and also some frightening price tags. So both parks will be adding on extra charges for haunted houses and mazes on top of admission. Cedar Point will charge between $10 and $30 to access attractions during Halloween weekends. That runs September 11th through November 2nd. Kings Island also charging similar prices for Halloween Haunt. That runs September 19th through November 1st. The parks are also hosting a new haunted experience, The Conjuring Beyond Fear. It's based on the highly successful paranormal movie franchise. Now, those attractions will cost an extra $15. I feel like we're already paying enough for admission prices. However, this is not going to stop me from going. I'm absolutely going to the Halloween weekends. Yes, Halloween is my favorite holiday by far. I love Halloween. I think this is such a fun time of year. I love to be scared. I know you don't. But
No, not at all. I have Kings Island tickets, but we were talking yesterday, and I think they should have rolled this out in the beginning of the season before people, because you bought season passes.
I buy a gold pass for everyone, and we mainly go in the fall for Haunt Fest. So now I have this gold pass that I want to go to Haunt Fest, and now I have to pay extra? Like, no, I'm not doing it. I will go, but I will just do the rides and like the free haunted areas you can go
And when you go on Facebook, people are not happy about it. People have a lot to say, understandably so. I really do wonder if Kings Island will come out and say something. And be like, hey, we're going to honor the gold passes or something.
They've been loyal customers for a long time.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll honor season pass holders with that.
Yes, but let me know how Haunt Fest is. I probably won't be there. If I am, come say hello.
If you are, you'll have to wear one of the boo necklaces.
Boo. Yeah. They're $20.
Okay, but
so,
so it's either pay $20 or get scared.
You can make your own, I think.
Try it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, if you're looking to stay local this weekend, there's a couple things going on. The 5th annual Ohio Valley Orchid Fest at Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Kettering. There's going to, of course, be orchids on display. Events and sale hours are Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday from 11 to 3. A $3 donation is suggested per person. That'll be all donated to the Dayton Dream Center and the LifeWise Academy as well.
Oh, that will be beautiful. Along with this weekend, though, too, if you're hungry, Bites in the Heights. That returns Saturday, August 23rd. The Rose Music Center from 11:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a full day of fun. There's going to be food trucks, live music, a cruising car show, plenty of family-friendly activities. Admission is free, so that's the best part. And the whole community is invited. What'd you say? If it's free, it's for me.
If it's free, it's for me.
I like that.
We have more things going on. 4th annual Dayton's Club of America Car Show at Carolina Park. The Dayton Z Club, I should say, at Carolina Historical Park, August 24th. That's from 12 to 4:30 p.m. All makes and models are welcome. These are fun. I've driven past some car shows before, and I always like seeing people and taking care of their babies. Cool little hobby.
And also, a tribute to I Love Lucy here. Grape stomping. It's a competition at Old Mason Winery and Vineyard Inc. in West Milton. It will be this Saturday. Grape stomping begins at 5 p.m. and ends at 7 p.m. I've never done this, but I've always wanted to.
But you know what the immediate question is?
What?
Are they taking the stomped grapes and
Yeah.
using them?
How do you sanitize that?
I've always wondered
Okay,
that.
I didn't wonder that, and now I don't even want to. Like, I don't even want to think
what
about
are
that.
the sanitary practices like to ensure that people are not stomping nastiness on the grapes? It would be fun, though. Honestly, you should go.
I think it would be really fun. Yeah.
I wouldn't partake in the grapes after, but I might go and give it a whirl.
Yeah. I would be like I Love Lucy, probably fall down in the grapes.
Oh, that was one of the best
I know.
episodes.
That and the chocolate one with the conveyor belt with like eating all the chocolates.
And I also really liked Vita Vita Vegemin.
Yeah. Vita Vita Vitamin. And then she's drunk.
Yes, she got drunk.
Oh my gosh. No, fun things going on across the Miami Valley, good things happening in life, and we're going to continue to talk about them here on Morning Brunch. Thanks for joining us this week. Be sure to come back next week. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here soon. Yeah, I can't do the whole